And thank you for joining today. So we will do a 4 elements meditation today. This is a meditation that I learned from Bhikkhu Bodhi, a Theravadin monk. He is famous in the Theravada tradition because he had translated many parts. Even I don't know if he had translated the entire Pali Canon into English. And is very well known for his scholar knowledge about the scriptures, Buddhist scriptures in Pali. And he also has, I think, a foundation with many projects helping children, I think, and ecology or things for the planet. So I will put the link in the YouTube video so you can check him. I love actually listening to him explaining the suttas. I've learned so much from him. All right, 4 elements meditation. In the body, internally and externally, the 4 great elements are earth, water, fire, and air or wind. And it is this practice helps to realize the exchange between this body that we feel that is internal and the external environment. And considering the 4 elements is a way to see that this distinction between internal and external is actually quite made up by the mind, arbitrary, I would say. And it's also a way to less identify with the body and see it more as for what it is, as an organism and not as oneself. So it's an invitation to change a bit perspectives, I would say, and to realize the cycle of life. To realize the emergence of this body, its decaying, and its death, and how every material are reused, recycled, and also as well how we depend on nature and how fragile we are. How the life of this body, how we depend so much on the balance in nature and harmony in nature. So I invite you to take a comfortable posture for the next 20 minutes. Ideally, cross legs and spine straight to stay alert. Of course, you can sit on a chair. If you are sick or being problems with the body, you can also do it while lying down. Yes, of course. When you are ready, you can start closing your eyes. And I invite you to go back in time to the very beginning of the universe, what we call the Big Bang, when there was absolutely nothing and just energy just start to be produced from nothing. And then there was kind of stirring, and subatomic particles were created, the atoms were created, and then from this condensate of energy, there was some agglomeration of particles and further expansion, starting to produce the galaxies, the different solar systems, planets, further expansion, more and more galaxies, more and more stars, expansion, infinitely big, and then creation of our solar system, our planet and sun, and that planet that we call Earth. And on that planet, in the deep oceans, the life emerged from monocellular organism and developed into different animals, and then humans emerge. And now you can consider yourself right here, right now, as a product of such evolution of the universe on that planet Earth. Now I invite you to pay attention to the wholeness of the body in its integrity from head to toe as a single unit. And inside that body, I invite you to feel the earth element as solidity, heaviness, density. To the bones of the body, the teeth, the nails, earth element. heaviness of the pelvis. Feel earth element in the body, mostly making its shape. Skull, bones, spine, thigh bones, arms, earth element. This earth element can be found on our planet, on solid landscapes, mountains, soils, forest, jungles, rocks, earth element. Earth element inside the body and earth element outside the body. Everywhere on earth, earth element, solidity. Earth element of the body will reintegrate the soil and the decay and the death of the body. Nourish the soil and be used again. This earth element in the body comes from the birth of the cosmos and the entire universe. So these bones inside this body are results of the birth of the universe and its evolution. It contains the history of the universe. Now I invite you to pay attention to the water element in your body, saliva, urine, and also sweat, liquid in the eyes, water element. Anything that is fluid and fluid, flowing. There is water element in the oceans, the rivers, the streams. Water element, same as water element in the body. There is water in the deep, deep oceans where life emerged as monocellular organisms, and this body is also made of water, and our cells contains it. Most of the body is made of water, and we need this pure, clean water. We need to drink this pure drink water every day. Several cups of waters are needed for this body to be maintained alive. Water element inside, water element inside, outside, same water element. This body depends on this pure, clean water that can be found on earth. So that life can be maintained. Now I invite you to put your attention on the fire element, heat in the body, coolness of the body. This body maintains itself to a temperature, constant temperature of about 37 degrees Celsius. If this body is put cold environment or warm environment, same temperature, heat is produced inside the body. Fire element can be found from the sun shining on the earth, sun shining, fire element on the skin of that body. Fire elements and heat can be found on earth in the volcanoes, center of earth, as wildfires. Fire element inside the body, fire element outside the body, same fire element. Fire element can be also coolness, coolness of the extremities of the limbs, and cold of icy areas, Alaska, North Pole, South Poles, snow, fire element as well. Fire element inside the body and outside the body. Same fire element. We depend on proper temperature on Earth. If it's too cold, body cannot live. It's too warm, body cannot live. there is a subtle balance of fire element, receiving this fire element from the sun mostly. Now I invite you to connect with the air element or wind element. In the body is mostly the inhale and exhale. This body needs oxygen to live. Inhales oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide, really depending on high quality of air on Earth. And on this planet there is this ring, let's say, gases around Earth that is called atmosphere. And on planet Earth we use the oxygen, and we depend on the trees and plants who very amazingly absorb the carbon dioxide and give away oxygen that we can use to make this body alive. So we depend on high quality atmosphere, high quality air. Inhaling from the outside to the inside of the body and exhaling from the inside of the body to the outside, and this being recycled by the plants and the trees. We depend on good air. Air element can be found also in the body, in the intestines as gases, and air element outside on Earth through winds. Air element inside, air element outside. This body depends on unpolluted air to be healthy. and the breakdown of the body, all of these elements. We reintegrate the elements of the earth and be used again. Earth element, water element, fire element, air element. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. And feel free to relax. So once again, it's insightful to reflect on how this body depends on the proper equilibrium between all the elements. And if one start to be out of balance, then consequences can be quite dramatic uh, for the life of this body and also for all kind of life forms and for Earth itself. So what happens in the inside the body, like what I didn't mention in the meditation, but like flowing of the blood through into in the arteries, veins, and if there is some earth element coming there, like a clot, something, then there are complications, I would say. And same on earth, if we start to, especially nowadays, we start to play or with those elements and say that the human beings now are able to modify the weather by putting some particles in the sky and then influencing the water element and the air elements and playing with all of that without maybe not considering uh, the consequences of putting all of that out of equilibrium. Maybe locally it can help, but globally, what are the consequences? And what we experience inside the body, let's say, what we could call locally, can be observed at a higher, bigger scale. So there is always this microcosmos, macrocosmos perspective. You can always use your own body at this small scale in order to understand what's happening on planet Earth and in the universe at a bigger scale. And when also you realize what your body is made of, I don't know, some iron atoms that could come from stars, then where do we come from? Where does self come from? The self ID that I am. So when the practice develops and we this practice of looking at the elements inside the body can be made more specific, very specific inside the body, and then you start to really feel each element inside the body. And it's also possible then to feel the imbalance of elements inside the body, and you might know how to put everything back into a state of equilibrium again, feeling that the heat element is so predominant, so you need coolness, and or the earth element is too predominant, and then you have to compensate, and so on. And the practice can actually be deepened, and for you to see that interplay between the elements inside and outside of the body. I think I will offer later a more specific, more detailed practice for each element. I would like to do that. Yes. So thank you for your attention and for your practice. We can share the merits if you like. So I invite you to, yeah, if you want to join, close your eyes. May the merits obtained through this practice be shared with all sentient beings. Thank you. If there is any comment, or if there is anything you would like to share, please feel free to do so. Or if you need to leave, please do so also, as you wish.